Okay, today we're working on a 2009 Ford E450. Has 6.8 liter V10 in it. And what we're doing is the blower motor. Down behind these vacuum balls, you'll see it. It's way down in here. I've changed quite a few of these. They are kind of a pain, but you can get them out of there without messing with the evaporator and stuff. So I'm going to try to show you how to do that. And like I said, it's a pain even for me, and I've done quite a few of them. So what we're going to do first is we're going to check and make sure we have power. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn your key on. You're going to come over here. You're going to make your selector shorts on high. Check all positions in case it is a blower motor resistor issue, and it is not. Make sure your fan's on, and then we'll go check for power. Next thing you're going to do is pull your plug apart, and how you do that is you lift up on this tab and then pull. I can't do it with one hand, so pull up on this tab and pull this apart. Okay, what you're going to do is, if you don't have a test light, you need to get one. Just right below the wiper arm on the passenger side, there's a ground point. That is the best place to go to get the ground. And your orange wire is your hot wire. As you can see, it is lighting up, so we have juice. So we have an issue with this motor. And you're going to want to make sure you have everything out of the way, hoses and all that stuff, to get into it. The screws that hold this in are 8mm. What I like to use is what's called a thumb ratchet. You can get these in any brand. This one here is made by Pittsburgh. It's sold by Harbor Freight, and this is very handy. Okay, now there's, I believe, 4 bolts or screws in this. Sorry about that. You can see it, one of them right there. They just go around. Look at your new motor and it'll pretty much tell you where it's at. Make sure you take notice to the slant right here, because that is where that has to go. And what you're going to do is you're going to take those screws out and pull the motor out. Okay, what you're going to want to do is on your tank down here, just take the top bolt out of the bracket, pull this forward, and your motor will come right out. A lot of times it can be a pain, but this one come right apart. So just remember how it goes, and you will you won't have a problem. Now, if you have just high speed, no medium or low or whatever, right here is your blower motor resistor. That's your issue right there. I've never changed one, and all these I've worked on, and I've worked on a pile of these E450s. So just take your bolt out of your bracket over here and pull forward, and the motor comes out. So I'll meet you at the workbench. Okay, what you're going to want to do now is there's a little keeper right here. You should get a new one in your new box, or in your new motor in the box. And it should just come in a little package. Make sure you have that in case you ruin this one, but normally you can reuse them. And all you do is you take a screwdriver, get underneath, and pry it around a little bit, and it will come right off. Might take a little bit, but it comes off. And I'm doing this by myself too. If you have somebody to help you, that helps immensely. For the simple reason, I got to drive this shaft down through the squirrel cage. Well, there, I just lost that one. I'm glad I have a new one. So what you're going to do is take your hammer, this is where two people come in handy. One holds it, the other one hits it. I ain't got that luxury, so I need both hands to do this, and I need a punch. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to this with one arm. I can't, well, I probably can't show you. No. But I'm going to wrap my arm around this and take my hammer and my punch and hit it. So like I said, it's a lot easier to have two. If this motor hits the floor, doesn't matter. It's garbage anyways. So it doesn't matter. Okay, I come up with a little easier way to do this. Take a screwdriver, put it through there. I'm not going to put this back together, but put the screwdriver between your squirrel cage and your motor, and then take your punch and tap it through. If you have two people, make sure you use two people. It's so much easier, but I'm here by myself today, so. But that worked out pretty well, and it'll save you a lot of stress. Okay, now you got your new motor. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take your retainer, take it out, don't lose it, especially since I just lost the old one. And there's a flat spot on this, and the flat spot, you can see it right here, and that's how it goes on. And you got a flat spot on your shaft, so that's how it goes. And all you're going to do is make sure you look what you're doing, which I'm not doing, and make sure you get it backwards, because that's what I just did. But either way, and then it just slips right on there, just like it. I mean, normally they go right on there. Make sure you're not spinning, make sure you're not hitting somewhere where you shouldn't be hitting. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your retainer clip. The retainer clip goes just like this. Set that on there, and then what I like to do is use the socket you took your screws out with, and tap it right down on there. That's all you got to do. Done. And then what you do is you put your motor back in, and you're good. So that's what we're going to do right now, is we're going to go over and we're going to put our motor back in. Okay, I got the new motor in. All you do is pull back on this like you did before, and it slides right in. It was a little bit more difficult going in than it was coming out, but life of a mechanic. But make sure you got it lined up right. Make sure the flat spots by the you know what I'm talking about, bar motor resistor, and make sure your screw holes line up, and we'll test it here in a minute. Okay, obviously the motor is working, so we're good to go, and this job is done. So thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.